I mean, it's all downhill from here anyway. Although we are walking insanely slowly. Thing is, she carried a survivor faster than she's carrying a few tins of beans and some soup. Nice one, easy. This may have been a bad choice. I'm thinking we're definitely going to get a sprostrel. Yeah, that's steep. Gastus, thank you for 42 months. I'll wait for it. Like a glove. What did you miss today? We rescued a survivor. Found a couple of stash items. That's mostly about it, I think. Yeah, you missed a lot of coughing. That's very true. What am I nomming on? I finished the ham sandwich. I'm currently eating some Walker's Sensations and then tucking into my Belgian bun. Thing is, Hannah, we're going to spend 48 hours surviving the storm, but we're all going to die anyway because of all the germs in that room. So it's kind of pointless. Like, one thing won't kill us, but the other thing will. I'm convinced somebody in that room's got Ebola. I could just end the game now. I'd just save it and quit and do something else. Actually, Hannah, I reckon one of the people in this room's Dre. Doing well, thank you, Servius, thank you. Have you ever seen that game, Plague? What's it called? Plague Inc. Plague Inc. something evolved, I can't remember now. Where you have to make your own virus. Is Dre sick? Baz, Dre's got man flu. Trust me, we all know about it when Dre's sick. Plague Ink evolved, that was it. We've already done all the pickups. How is everybody? Are we all well? All having fun? Should we sing some songs? Okay. What can we dump in here then? Tinder plug. Fire logs. They're brilliant, but they're so heavy. In fact, you know what?
I can barely walk with this much gear.
I might trade the fire logs for the coal. Oh no, I can't trade it because I still need loads of stuff. 36 hours. Yikes. I will get rid of some matches. We don't even need the matches now we've got this thing, do we? Need to fix these. We might have some stuff over the road. Let's take that cloth back. Leave one of the knives. What, the tools, do you use them to repair, what was it? Is that for repairing things like the hacksaw and stuff? Let's find out. Why am I dumping them in the fridge, you lemon? Does this place look to you like it's got electricity? Cuzzy, you lemon. And if it doesn't have any electricity, Cuzzy, do you actually think this fridge is behaving as a fridge? Or do you think it's just a store? Cuzzy, what do you reckon, mate? Let's look for some clues here. Let's see. Candles. Candles for light? Why are they not just using the electric light? I'm thinking it's just a big store cupboard right now. Wow, that's a lot of MRE. Yikes. We'll have the...
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I'll take the older ones out. Our fridge is insulated. It is indeed. That's why we're putting stuff in it. %, on that. 67 on that. I like how it cleans a loaded gun. I can't think of anything that could possibly go wrong. Gonna have to go up in the loft soon, there might be spiders. Wobbly! What's more scary? Something that big or something the size of you? You think you're scared? The spider's probably terrified. Right. Drop them in there as well. Let's go over the road and repair these. The blue flares are, you've got red flares and blue flares. The blue flares burn a lot brighter and more aggressively, and the wolves are scared by the blue ones, but not the red ones. I'm not sure, Captain Flint. I've got another stash over the road here. Yeah, got some leather. I actually got some scrap metal.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Let's see if they're any good. So temperature-wise, you get 0.4 less of a bonus. Windproof is slightly better. Waterproof is down 10%. Protection's down 1%. But they improve your sprint debuff by 9%. They're good, but they're not. I think I'll stick with my current ones, put them in there in case we ever lose these. An update. There was an update a few days ago with episode 3. You can't repair in the dark. See about that. I haven't found a whetstone yet. That's interesting. How did Games Planet manage to undercut Steam while supplying a Steam key? It's to do with the way marketplaces work, Jim Goliath. Like, how can you explain? You have a price that you want to sell something for, and then like that's the recommended price, and then you have a price that you sell it to retailers for. So you sell it to Valve, and they get a certain amount of price, and then they add their margin on top. So Games Planet might be prepared to take, say, 20% margin, whereas Steam want 30, and hence why Games Planet will then sell it for less money. But it's a lot more complicated than that. The important thing is just to make sure that the key is like a genuine key. Because some places don't sell genuine keys. Right. Let's have a drink. Hopefully that storm will disappear. Righty, let's figure out where we're going. Everybody can get some bodies, haven't we? I think we'll make a play for this. Actually, what we'll probably do is go to this and work back to that. Because we have to carry that back. And the final one can be that one. Try and ditch a bit of weight. What's the point in saving all these people? It's just a story. In a survival situation, like, would you really just let people die, or would you try and save them? Like, what if it was you on the floor? What if it was you that was sick and you couldn't look after yourself and needed somebody to keep you alive for a few days until you recovered? Or like, what if it was your mother or your wife or something? Would you really be like, I don't care about you? And besides, if you keep them alive today, chances are they can help you survive later. So from a practical point of view, makes sense. What do you mean, are they random? The story is that they're crash survivors. So the big storm brought down an airliner, and these people survived. Mr. Wheezy, how you doing, sir? Should probably have had a coffee before I left because we're debuffing. A 12-hour shift? Make sure the guns are reloaded. It's a cinema life for you. What, as in working at the cinema or going watching stuff? Wobbly! Gifted a sub to Flamingo Seeds. Welcome back, sir.
Welcome back.
So you got a 12-hour shift at the cinema? Is it Cineworld? Want to watch a free movie? Depends where you are. If I have to travel like 50 miles, it won't be free. Odeon. Are they not, like, I don't know, Odeon not sort of dwindling away, Wheezy? Which route do you want to take? Getting renovated. Well, the Odeon's got to keep up with Cineworld, haven't they? Empire Cinemas seem to have disappeared. I think we're left with pretty much the Odeon and Cineworld now. Spectacular gala evening. Oh, I like them seats. Wow. Look how much space, like how much does a ticket cost for that, Wheezy? Because the amount of space that they've allocated per seat, not just in width, but in distance to the one in front, they could have easily had more rows of seats. Traditional ones. So they've got to be charging more. £3 at the moment. Well, obviously that's a special offer, right? Have you seen the new Discord custom statuses? I did see some pop-up thing about it, yeah. Which I mostly ignored. Oh, is View still going as well? Wonder how long those seats will last, though. Once you start getting scumbags sitting in it, chomping on their nachos. The View in Romford is £5 any time for a film. That's quite cheap. I wonder if we can walk the river, take the river route. Why do I sound like the Tin Man? I don't know. The game is just... I think the sound effects in the game are sometimes a bit... Like, it would have been fine to just have clothing and a snow crunching sound, but for some reason they added, like, clattering tins. Which, if you had a backpack full of stuff...
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Wow, is that wolf still here? If you had a backpack full of stuff, you'd put it all inside so that it didn't clatter around. I would have thought. Fire striker. You're not a big fan of watching movies, why not?
Come on, little fire.
Come on, little fire. Chuck, thank you for 14 months. There's an axe next to the fire barrel. I think I've got one. Yes, Pixella will. That's so hard to see that though, isn't it? That's the sound of an injured animal, but I'd be willing to bet money that's not injured at all.
Nutter. Welcome back.
In fact, I reckon the game just completely derped. Weird. I reckon because there was a dead wolf inside the barn when we came out, it played the audio sample of an injured wolf. Gavin K, thank you for 53 months. You need to drive 200 miles to come to your cinema, but free tickets. Yeah. I'll pass, Wheezy. Thank you, Flamingo. Although, as Hannah pointed out, people weren't actually looking at me or the bridge at that point, they were just looking at Doyle. I will take a pic of the screen once it's done. Nice. Just watched the Class 47 video. I'm glad I have the PlayStation VR. Oh, you watched it in VR. Nice. Yes, it came out at 12 o'clock today, Jimbo. Last one comes out tomorrow. Yep, tractor tomorrow. Wait, you're in the video too? Lol. Tom Sunday, another month already. Thank you for 58 months, Tom. I'm sure I just saw some more. There it is. You love Doyle and the VR180. Watched the Class 47 VR. Fantastic video. Reminded me of when I was a driver and guard up at the... when it was still a central line. Nice. So you know that line very well then. Need to find some more rose hip. In the Steam. I did consider doing a Steam train, but the problem with the Steam train is it's kind of hard to film in because you need at least 3 people up there. It's not a lot of space. There's nowhere to sit down, and it's very messy and dirty. So I thought that would be a very challenging video production environment. And given how much knowledge I had of VR180 production at that point, I thought it best to stay clear and do the diesel. And in fact, I picked the Class 47 entirely because it had an arch over the top that allowed me to clamp to it. But I can tell you that the Class 47 train was the hardest thing to rig. It was unbelievably difficult to rig the camera for that one. Basically because the whole train vibrates. You've got a massive engine behind you, and the whole train vibrates. It's very noisy, very shaky, and there's no image stabilization on the VR180 camera. And I spent 2.5 hours rigging for that thing. And I was very tired at the end of it. That was the Class 47 video was the most trying day out of all of them. Very, very tired at the end of it. Completely wiped out. And I actually thought that all the footage was going to be shaky because no matter what I did, I had three aluminium rods clamped to the floor, to the ceiling, and then I had ratchet straps. I had floor to ceiling mounts as well, and ratchet straps just to try and hold the camera in place. I used all of my rigging to try and secure that camera. What is this we're going to? A ghostly stag. Sounds a bit Scooby-Doo. The real question is, how do we get up here? Getting a bit cold here. We'd love to see the behind the scenes. I'd like to do it, Jimmy, but it would be a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff to edit. Ghost stags give no meat. That's true. Oh, seriously, game. Come on, let me walk up there. Not been to those houses. A lot to edit. Yeah. Don't see a stag anymore. Hide in the snow shelter and watch for the stag.
I think I can use this.
Rabbit skin mitts. And a fire starter. A mystic fire starter. Let's have a look at this. You'd be hard pushed to get better than that. Oh, perfect for shooting with. Use, repair, and dismantle. Wait, what? Apparently we're sleeping.
Is that? I can't believe.
Can we do that again? The game literally lagged. As I went to point down like that, it went... and so my shot just missed. Okay, that's obviously unkillable. Because that was right in the mush. I reckon you can't shoot this. What's the mission? That's what I mean. There's just no way. There's no way both of those rounds completely missed. How do we get out of here?
Happy anniversary, Nata.
No way. Maybe you can't shoot this. Did I give 19 months sim not? I saw blood. I definitely saw blood then. Okay, we'll watch it then. We'll see what happens. We'll be here to observe. I think it's the mission's gone now, so I don't know what it wants us to do. It said objective complete when you saw it. I think it'd be really cool to have a nice white deerskin rug or something. Let's see how close we can get with all our clattering tins. Yeah. I'm calling hack unkillable on that. Let's pick on something our own size. Look away, kids. No, no, don't do it, squirrel. Oh!
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Those pixels, those poor pixels. You're a monster. You're a monster. Sim nuts, we did. Arcade Forest, welcome back. You see fire? I don't know. Is your house on fire? Man, I thought there was actually a proper shelter here. Oh, hello. Whoa! Are you serious? Look at this. Oh, well. In that case, to celebrate, we'll put that there, and we'll have that
It's
one.
getting kind of heavy.
Bullseye, MRE. Yeah, I don't think I need another hunting knife. Check and see if you have the deerskin blueprints now. Why would we suddenly have them?
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Forest Talker Collectible Part 1. Pristine wilderness with barely a hint of humanity to support it. If we can bring our message here and succeed, it will show the rest of Great Bear what is possible. Pleasant Valley is where we make our stand.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Yeah, we'll leave it. It's only on 50%. Don't have enough wood to keep us going through the night. $4.9k if channel points of peanuts lets you. Letizia, sorry. See, why can't you chop any of this into wood? You got 14k wobbly. Jeez, man.
Aye, 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 aye.
Dave. Squirrel killing a bunny wabbit. A pixelated bunny wabbit. We're slowed down quite a bit now. Are we having wabbit for dinner? I don't see why not. Six and a half hours. You need some veg with that stew. Can you just point me in the direction of some veg in this wilderness? In this frozen wilderness? Wait, was that the rabbit gone? I had 2 rabbits a minute ago. Tomato soup is veg. Yeah. Right. That's supper sorted. You're off to Toby Carvery. Ask them, did they do fresh rabbit? Hours left on the barrel. Oh, that sounds windy. That sounds horribly windy. Okay, that's better. Wait a minute. It said 4 hours left on the barrel. I slept for 6 and the fire's still going.
Looks like I made it through another night. I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Did you harvest the dead deer? No. I could harvest it, but I don't want the meat off it. Just get the hide. 45 minutes. Wait, 45 minutes with a hatchet. 1 hour with a hacksaw. I'm just going to hacksaw the skin off this deer. 30 minutes with a hunting knife. Or 40 minutes by hand. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I use a knife, it takes 30 minutes. So if I use a sharp, accurate object, it will take me half an hour to get the skin off this deer. If I use no tool at all, just my hands, I can rip the skin off in 40 minutes. But if I use a hacksaw, it'll take me an hour. I guess we'll use the knife. My hands must be really sharp. Let's have some salty crackers.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Wobbly, thank you for gifting us up to Daniel. Oh, welcome back, Daniel. So we're going to cross over the bridge and we're going to go and find this guy. Bring him back. Open it's that way. Look at these little suckers. I feel like this is a trap. Delrel 20, thank you for 26 months. Where'd your pal go? Did I pre-order Red Dead? Yep. Got my 2 free games and stuff. Yeah, the rabbit fell down the stairs. I need to get that cough checked. It's because I've been hanging out in this hall in Plaguesville. Mr. Lolsocky, did you get the Bose headset in the end? Squirrels are the apex predators in this forest. Absolutely. You're not cold. Stop complaining. Should have made a coffee before I left. Spent a lot of money after spending €1,000 on a new PC. Yeah, you might as well go all in though. Another 300's nothing. Biscuit for a biscuit. In for a penny, in for a pound. It's something like you spent 30% more on your PC. Just think of it that way. Oh, there's a dead body over here. Probably another deer. You booked an appointment to have your tyres rotated and balanced. You know, if you drive down the road, that'll rotate them as well. Have a good one, firefighter. Why is this not a windbreak? There we go. Why do you have a Xeon CPU in your streaming PC, Jimbo? Because I bought 2 Xeon CPUs from America and bought a motherboard and built a streaming PC. And that way I have 32 cores of server quality crunching when it comes to encoding. Which means I CPU encode, not GPU encode. What's wrong with Xeons anyway? You built a streaming PC on your stream as well? I did indeed. Hey, you can actually watch it being built. Did I stop gaming on YouTube? No. Pretty certain I put up gaming
Come on,
videos a few days ago. Massive overkill for streaming. Not to do encoding, however. Well, streaming is encoding. Two and a half hours. Alright. How about this? I paid £100 for 2 Xeon CPUs. In fact, my motherboard costs more than the Xeon CPUs. Because back in, when I built them back in, was it 2016, 2017? 2017? What had happened is all that generation of Intel Xeons have been replaced by version 2, and the warranty is up for them after I think 3 years with Intel. So the server farms after 3 years basically pull them all out and put in the new version CPUs and get another 3-year warranty, and then just flog the old ones. And because pretty much everybody was doing that, there were so many on the market that the price just crashed. So I picked them up really cheap. That doesn't sound like the kind of wind that I like. I'm not even getting a windbreak anymore now. Not good. No, they weren't back of a van. They're all legitimate CPUs. They were literally brand new. Like, they were brand new, put into a server farm, and then came out and sold. That was it. They were as good as new. White Eagle, thank you for 37 months. Like, if a CPU is working on day one, it's working 3 years later. There's just no difference. Unless somebody's, like, fried it or whatever. It's too windy to sustain this fire. Adds wind. Adds fuel. Sustains fire. Yeah, but Jimbo, back when I made it, that was the best way of getting 32 cores. The absolute best way of getting 32 cores back then. Now, you can get some Ryzen stuff and do it on one CPU.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear. What sort of CPU load is the system under when you're streaming on Twitch? One sec. 37%. My GPU is doing 24%, and my CPU is doing 39%. And that's on a slow encoder. Nah, I don't want to carry all the meat from the deer. It's too much. Way too much weight. We're already encumbered. Like 42 kilos.
Boy, it's windy. We're going to have to carry this character whilst encumbered against a wind. Not good. She pretty much does, Hannah. She turns into She-Ra. Like, you pick up a can of tomato soup and she's like, oh, I don't think I can carry all this weight. And she picks up a dying person and she's like, ugh, I'll just get on with it. The accents of the instructor hard to understand. Fair enough. I didn't notice. But I'm native, so... I had tomato soup yesterday for lunch. Is that normal? Easy. Easy, innit? Oh. Thanks for the extra shells. You could have left me some soda, inconsiderate Wade. Infinite campfire. I love their campfires. Literally infinite time. We could spend the entire day here. Oh god, he's talking in his sleep again. Just wonder if there's anything we don't really need. Oh, I bet my coffee boiled dry now. Right, bro, let's go and fight some stuff. Actually, I should probably have diagnosed him first.
I won't leave you behind.
Puts him down.
Let's see what's wrong here.
You have a brother who's annoying. It's like you two have got a lot in common. 81 Darkness, thank you for 21 months.
Easy does it.
I wasn't trying to cook him. We should try to cook everything. It's cooking with Squirrel. I don't hear her complaining anymore. Shush, don't talk.
I got you. We're gonna make
guaranteed to be attacked. Dude, you had to like find the most annoying place in the world, didn't you? It's almost like he's willing me to get a sprankle.
Hold on. Just hold on.
It's the woman that needs to hold on, otherwise he'll fall. Let's go this way.
That's not the wind howling.
Take your time putting him down, then we might die. Hit that one as well. Great sound effects.
No way around this.
We didn't shoot him at all. What are you talking about? Shot the wolfie though. See, she doesn't complain when you're carrying an injured person. Instead, she turns into like a female tennis player. She's like... grunting on every shot. That's where it all started. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the house where we started being locked up from, isn't it? And we had to follow that rope. Let's take a shortcut. How's that sound like a tennis player? Have you ever watched tennis players? There's a few of them that are well known for making grunting noises when they hit the ball. Sprankle incoming, I reckon.
Hang on. I have you.
See, what I've never quite understood about this game is we're not losing any temperature, but the person we're carrying is only losing 1 bar. And we've got like fantastic winter clothing on now. Like their temperature should be plummeting. How you doing, Mr. Libido? I don't watch tennis either, but I've seen it. I don't do Morris dancing, but I've seen it. I reckon we'll get attacked once more before we get back. You got one cat called Red, one called Blue, and a doggo called Violet. You serious, Dave? Dave, have you moved house yet? No. Why not? You're still waiting for a survey?
Not much farther now.
I suppose I should treat the blood loss.
Gently now.
What do you think of the bikes from this episode of Apprentice? I'm still amazed that they sold over 1 million. Can't quite work out how that happened.
Hold on.
Like, the bike they designed was like any other commuter bike in the world, and they somehow sold £1 million worth of stuff. Really? I thought Lottie had a narrow escape. It was, she pushed to have it in that colour, and lucky for her she wasn't back in the boardroom. Otherwise, I think she should have been... Like, she's just not popular. Nobody likes her on that team. She puts herself forward to be PM, and everybody votes away from it. She comes up with ideas, and everybody just does the opposite. You're not a fan of Lottie at all? I don't think anybody is. Apprentice spoilers. Dude, it came out on Wednesday. It's Saturday. I think it's fair game now. If you've not seen it 4 days later, I'm sorry. It's not like we just watched it. At some point, Sugar will give them no choice but to have us PM. Yeah, he pretty much always does do that. Ooh, lots of old man beard. Lord Sugar was shocked.
I've got you now. Don't worry.
It's been done before, Icy Lava. Are you going to get some tomato soup, Wheezy?
Only one way. I have you.
The end. The end.
I just made a new emote. There you go. What do you think of my emote? It looks so weird. What on earth is that? It's the nerd emote with glasses, so they've got like extra glasses on. Glasses on glasses, exactly. Okay, that was pretty weird. This is my favourite one. This is my favourite one that I've done. That's my favourite so far. Because it looks like he's...
Not much farther now.
Help me.
I wonder what else we can have. How about that one? What do you think about this one?
Don't close your eyes. Not yet.
Oh, you got grayscale nuts, Captain Flint. Nice. Where are we going? Back to the community place?
We
Where
can
that
make
smoke
it.
is? Didn't pass through that one. Which one?
Not much farther now. We're making good time.
I'm killing the immersion of the game with the funny emote.
I won't let you go.
I won't let you die. That's a weird one. Hey, bad lad. That's proper weird. Yeah, a cry emote with his finger like that. Oh, we could do, hang on. What a black and white no. Who was that? Bad lad, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome to the house. Thank you for the nutty welcome, guys. Welcome to Emote Gaming. What do you make these in? Jimbo, you make them in the chat.
It's okay. It's okay.
Say you done. It's okay. It's okay. That transition. Oh, say you done. It's okay. It's okay. Right. Just gonna put some stuff next to these guys. Nice bit of fresh gut. It's alright, it won't make you gag too much. Some nice rabbit pals. pelt. I'm gonna have some deer hide. Wait a minute. Does anybody see something? You don't know, Flamingo. Is it, what's wrong with this scene right here? You know the deer skin and wolf skin that I had that I put right here? Right there? The game has despawned it and put a bed there. It's literally despawned my wolf skin and my deer skin that was right here. It's not like it's moved it. It's just physically got rid of it. Wow. Come on, game. That is unbelievable.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I'd take that before it despawns that as well. We'll be alright with entrails in the kitchen, I'm sure. Cured gut. I guess I don't like the smell after all. Fresh rabbit pelts. Okay. I'm thinking it won't spawn beds in this room.